Hello everyone, welcome to another FeedArmy video. My name is Emmanuel and today Google has announced a new update for September 2025 regarding political advertising in Google Shopping. So when we have a look at the policy update, we can see in September 2025, Google will update the political content policy to include the following regional restrictions for shopping ads for the EU. The following is restricted on Google platforms. Ads by, for, or on behalf of a political actor, unless it is a purely private or purely commercial nature, or ads which are liable and designed to influence the outcome of an election or referendum, voting behavior, or a legislative or regulatory process at EU, national, regional, or local level. And then it goes into what it actually means regarding the political actor. I will link the policy in the description below so you can have a read about this. So what we want to know is actually ads that feature any of the following. So basically what it means, what are the things that are not allowed, what is allowed. A political party, coalition, current elected office holder or candidate for the EU Parliament or an elected national office within a EU member state, or a referendum question up for vote, a referendum campaign group, or a call to vote related to a national referendum or a state or provisional referendum on sovereignty. So the following ads will be permitted to run upon successful completion of the application process below. So this means it's actually only applicable if you are certified by Google. So messages from official sources of member states or the EU that are strictly limited to the organization and modalities for participating in elections or referendum, including the announcement of candidacies or the question put to the referendum, or for promoting participating in elections or referendums, and public communications that aims to provide official information to the public by, for, or on behalf of any public authority of a member state or by, for, or on behalf of the EU, including by, for, or on behalf of members of the government of a member state, provided that they are not liable and designed to influence the outcome of an election or referendum, voting behavior, or a legislative or regulatory process. So if you want to apply, you need to do this. If you believe you satisfy these requirements, you can apply for an exemption or you can appeal the policy decision. The application will be available through the political content policy article. If you're an agency or someone who manages multiple accounts, each individual account will need to apply for an exemption. Now, what you have to be careful with is that actually with Google Shopping, the main issue is that the bots, so the bots that check your content, check policy violations, etc., that these can sometimes get it wrong. So for example, if you're making a funny meme or a t-shirt that is quite similar to political nature, these can get flagged as well. So in these cases, what you need to do is go and click on the product itself within your Google Merchant Center account and just request for a review. Then within a week, they should be approved as long as they are not political orientated. And that goes with everything basically within Google Shopping. You will notice that lots of items will also get flagged for healthcare issues when it's not really a healthcare related product. That is because certain words within your title or description and even on your website, if taken out of context, can get the bot confused and flag your products. So in these cases, either improve your titles and descriptions to not mention anything that could be healthcare related, or just request a review, and within a week you get the product most likely reviewed, assuming it is not a healthcare related product. And this is most likely for then the display ads, but it can also sometimes flag for shopping ads if it's too serious, for example, when you're making claims or statements. But then in that case, you need to remove the claims and statements. So this is important update. I don't have many clients actually in this niche, so this is a very rare and unique market. But if you are selling products of political nature, this applies to you in the EU, but also for the US, for example, also has these policies. So make sure you check everything so that you don't get suspended, because once you're suspended, it's very hard to get approved. I've been dealing with suspensions for a very long time, and you have to work very hard and long to get your account approved again. So avoid suspensions, follow the policy. That's much safer than regretting it afterwards and having to deal with months of work to resolve it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment downstairs and I'm more than happy to help. And I'll see you in the next one.